Hi, I'm Sick Jim, and one of the funny stories I like to tell people is when I was in high school, I started a cult, and I was the leader of a cult. And one of the reasons why I did it is because George Carlin was my idol. Every time he spoke of religion, I thought he did it so beautifully and so correctly. I wanted to be like him. So I would often read the Bible to my fellow high schoolers, and sometimes I'd give them a few hot takes along the way, but eventually I would tell them the correct interpretation of the story. Because sometimes the same story can have many different interpretations. Like, take the story of Noah's Ark, for example. You see, some people think the moral of that story is that God will drown the sinners, so don't sin. And some people think the moral of that story is God will spare the righteous, so be good and you'll be spared. But both of these interpretations of the story are completely wrong, and mine is correct. Why? Well, because I look, you know. Anyways, the point is that God does not hate sinners, and that's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is God hates people who don't own boats. You see, Noah wasn't really accredited with the invention of the boat. People knew what they were. And everybody who had a boat also had a bucket and a fishing pole, which, because it was raining for 40 days and 40 nights, it means that they all had clean, rain drinking water and they all had fish. So the moral of the story is buy a boat. And I'll admit, at the time I told them this story, I was trying to sell a boat.